Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It is wonderful to connect with you. Wonderful to be able to say hi. What is happening, what you be up to, what's going on in your world. I'm just saying. For those of you who will be on live, thank you for being on live. I love it. I love it. And I appreciate you. Good morning, Queen Letitia. That sounds like Queen Latifah. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. For those of you who will hashtag it and replay it, I am so cool, cool with that. Cool with the hashtag and replay. For those of you who will be on, I don't know you on, and I might not never know you on. That's cool. That's cool. And for those, hey, Brian, hey, sister, so good to see you. For those of you who will be on, hey, Judith, welcome, welcome, Judith. You will be on, and you're gonna be used by Papa to encourage this girl to keep doing what she doing. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I guess I'll put an earring on one ear. On one ear. So yesterday we talked about gratefulness and making adjustments. Sometimes we have to make adjustments to things that are going on in our life. But, sometimes we got to pivot and shift because things are not going the way that they are optimal for our life. And so my recommendation, right, is that we always apply gratefulness. Like gratefulness is our secret weapon. Gratefulness is the secret sauce. Gratefulness is our superpower. So my recommendation is that we apply gratefulness, beloved, that we apply gratefulness to any kind of adjustments that we need to make. So as we stop and we consider, what are we grateful for? We're grateful for needing to make the adjustment. We're grateful that we have been where we've been that allowed us to be at a place of making the adjustment. We're grateful that we are here. We're grateful that we have a mind too, right? That we're in our sound mind, that we have the ability to make adjustments. Adjustments sometimes are difficult. Oftentimes they're difficult, because if they weren't, we probably would already be there. We probably would already be living that life. We probably would already find ourselves in that space, showing up in that way. But the fact remains that uh, oftentimes in life we find ourselves needing to make adjustments to maximize, right, to get the most out of our days, our experiences, our possibilities, our relationships, all those good things, right? And so making the adjustment. So all week long, I will be adjusting back to normal eating patterns because I was eating, junk on top of junk, for the last week or so. But it's all good, right? It's all good. So now we shift back. We have our little cup with our drink. Y'all know what we drink. Keep us on track, get us back on track. And so gratefulness. Now we're talking about this notion of gratefulness and sober views. Good morning, Sherry Naylor. Welcome, dear. So we're talking about gratefulness and sober views. So we were talking about gratefulness and making the necessary adjustment yesterday. But today we're talking about grateful from a sober view. So in order to make the necessary adjustment, we have to have honest conversations with ourselves. So when you step back and you review and you reflect and you take a sober view of yourself, what adjustments is life inviting you to? What adjustments are Papa inviting you to? What adjustments will help you to leverage to go to your next? What adjustments might you need in your life to be the next best version, the highest and truest version of you? What adjustments do you need to make? And however you answer that question, my admonition is to, okay, let's be about the business of making that adjustment. Let's be about the business of doing the thing that is only ours to do. Let's be about the business of um, shifting, pivoting, right? Changing, doing that which is necessary for us to live this life to its maximum. All of us can stay where we are. We really could. I mean, theoretically. Good morning, Ray. Welcome. Theoretically, we could stay where we are. The question is, do you want to? The question is that what you want to do? Do you want to be at the same place where you are in 6 months? Or would you like to see substantial or significant growth in any area of your life? You pick the area. Are you okay with being where you are 6 months down the road? Or would you like to invite yourself to some substantial growth? Me personally, I want exponential growth. I don't want to be the same. And in some ways, I'm magnificent in some ways. But in other ways, girl, you need to make some adjustments. So, and so why not better my best? Even the better parts, the parts of me that are my superpowers, the parts of me that, I do well. Excuse me. Why not improve those as well? Right? So gratefulness and sober views. But a sober view is an honest view. That's where you take a full look, a full view of yourself and ask yourself the difficult questions. Why do you do that? Where does this come from? Is this life-giving? What do I need right here? Is there a better way of being? Is there a preferred way of showing up in this way? What needs to be adjusted? Is this helping me to live my highest and fullest and truest life? Is this from a place of love or from a place of fear? What adjustment might I need to make here? Or do I need to just fortify because this is working for me? Right? So asking yourself those kind of questions to determine if something is working for you. I don't know where these yawns coming from all of a sudden. Or if it isn't. Right? But gratefulness, so sometimes it's not easy to take a look in the mirror. Sometimes it's quite challenging, as a matter of fact. So I am, all week long, I will be reflecting and processing over the Self-Love Queens adventure to see what worked and what didn't work, what tweaks need to be made, and what successes were there, what our wins were, where our challenges were. So we'll be looking at all of those things. And as I'm reflecting on those things this week, it's a sober view. Like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that Papa and I had that co-creative dance and that it even exists and that we've done it now for a second time. And it's been a success each time. But there's always opportunities for growth, for expansion, for increase. Good morning, Senator. Good morning. I talked to Ruth. It's a small world, Senator. It's a small world. Everybody was asking about you over the weekend. So yes. So taking time to look at what worked, what didn't work, and maybe it worked, but we can find some improvements to it. So this that I'm talking about, I'm focused on the Self-Love Queens adventure, but beloved, this can be applied to anything, to any place in your life where you're looking to make adjustments. Yes. Any place in your life where you're looking to make adjustments, you can apply this. Take some time to step back and reflect. Have a sober conversation with yourself about what really is and or was, and whether or not those things work for you. So there are some things that I will do at the next Self Love Queens adventure, and there are some things that I absolutely will not do at the next Self Love Queens adventure, right? There's some adjustments that will be made. There's some continuation that will. There's some things that will be tweaked a little bit. There's some things that will be trashed totally, right? And that's just life. Reflection and adjustments, taking the sober view, that's life. Because we don't want to just live life haphazardly and not go back and take a review of things, right? We want to make sure that we are living our fullest, truest, highest version of ourselves. We want to make sure that we are, that we are maximizing our dance with Papa. We want to make sure that we're maximizing it. I don't want to half dance. I don't want to just dance. I don't want to just dance I don't want to just do the intro of the dance. Like I want to do the whole dance with Papa. I want to be in anticipation of the music. I want to make it to the floor. I want to dance out all of the song and then have leftovers going to my seat. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So let's get it all in. But then part of after the dance is we go back and we sit in our seats and we reflect on the movement of our body, of the rhythm of the beat, of the connection with our partner on the floor, right? So we're talking about the floor of life here. The floor of life. And so gratefulness though, because sometimes we will look in that sober view and it doesn't look good. And you're like, man, dang, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. If only I had. Well, that language doesn't really serve you, beloved. So you can ask yourself questions like, what would I prefer next time? What were the wins? What were the challenges? And where is the place of adjustment? How might I tweak it so that it's better? So that we continue to better our best. We continue to improve. We continue to grow. We continue to expand. What might we need to do differently, beloved, in order to keep moving forward? So those are great questions to ask yourself, no matter what it is that you're looking at making adjustments for. Look, we have one shot, right? One opportunity to seize everything we ever wanted, one moment. And Eminem asked if you had, and we only do have one shot, one opportunity to seize everything we ever wanted, one moment. So since that is the case, would you capture it or let it slip? You get to decide. You gonna capture it or you gonna let it slip? And so for me and my house, we gonna capture it. We not letting it slip. We leaving nothing on the court. We are gonna play full out always, no matter what, consistently. And when we find our short spots, when we find our challenges, when we find those areas that we're like, girl, you need a better over here. Bring a better over here. Better. Back it up, bring it over here. Then we're gonna work on that. Gonna face our fears, ask for courage, do the things we need to do to get consistent, to make the adjustments, and to better our best. This is an invitation, beloved, for you to better your best, for you to bring improvement, exponential, substantially exponential improvement into your life, whatever area of your choice. I'm just saying. But we always have something to add to so that we're maximizing these lives that we are privileged to live. You're privileged to live the life you live. I'm privileged to live the life that I live. And so then we maximize that which we're privileged to have and do and be and see and experience. So gratefulness. So, what are you grateful for? So, although you need to make a tweak, you're grateful that the thing even happened. Although you might need to make adjustments, you're grateful that you are aware of making adjustments. Although you might need to make some changes, you are grateful that you're able to make those changes, that you're not stuck. You get to change your mind, that you get to be aware that these things even exist and need you to make some adjustments. So, we can look at things and have a problem with I should have could I should already be here. I should already know this. This thing should already be fixed. Why am I still here all this time? How did I make that mistake? If I had just did this, and so let me just ask you, how does that feel when you talk to yourself like that? How does it feel? When you speak to yourself in that way, how does it feel? It don't feel good, does it? So why not ask you more life-giving questions that will help you to move in the direction that you want to move into, as opposed to asking questions that get you like in quicksand, that get you stuck, right? So ask life-giving questions of yourself, ask life-giving questions of those who you support and who you desire to help to live fuller, truer lives. Ask life-giving questions. So what is it that you prefer? If things were different, what would the difference be? So what is your first step towards the change that you're seeking? What will be the outcome? How will you know that you've gotten there? Like, what will be different for you? And how might you live now as if that thing has already happened? What will help you to start walking in that direction, to walk like, to show up like that thing has already happened? Right? What do you need to do to convince yourself that this is available for you, that this is possible for you? How might you live that way in advance? Trick your brain and like, oh, we already got that. Oh, we already successful in that area. Oh, we're not a big deal. Like, well, how might you be able to do that? All right, beloved. All right, all right, all right. So we're talking about this idea of yesterday we talked about gratefulness and making the necessary adjustments. Grateful for life and this opportunity to participate this morning live with you. I'm grateful for my family and my friends and the good health I have. Amen. 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 I gotta get my pom-poms back up in here, my blue pom-poms. I gotta go one, which is not necessarily a part of my color, but that's kind of pretty in there. It's kind of pretty. I never do the gold because I like the silver and the blue, my color scheme, but this gold is kind of slamming in here. Okay. Use the gold pom poms. Yes, Senator. Yes, yes, yes. I am with you. Thank you for participating with your gratefulness. Right? Flood the atmosphere with what you're grateful for. Your soul will benefit from it, and others who get an opportunity to read it, their soul will benefit from reading about your gratefulness. I'm grateful for each and every one of you this morning. Thank you for being on. Thank you for signing in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for showing up. And at the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. Girl, dude, you already amazing. What you mean? What you mean you don't know if? How is that even possible? When Papa breathed the breath of life into you and you became a living soul, and you got a part of Papa in you, you could do anything and everything that your soul tells you bad enough to do, right? Don't let fear rob it from you. Don't let doubt and disbelief rob it from you. Just lean into the dream that Papa has dreamt for you and walk it out. 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 All right. Have a phenomenal day. I love you. I really do. I appreciate you. And I am grateful for the opportunity we have to spend together. Bye bye.